Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about a new sovereign citizen and give you an update on one I've discussed before. But before we get to those two, we have a man who made some serious threats against a judge outside her courtroom. Let's start with that.
There's a phone number that ends in 8883. Can you please unmute your device and tell us your first and last name? It's *6 to unmute. Hit star and 6 to unmute the device. 8883. Please hit *6 to unmute your device. You can't call your case if we don't know who you are.
Hello?
Yes, please tell me your first and last name.
Well, my name is Benjamin Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R, unlike the paperwork that I've been sent. But it says M-Y-E-R. It is not me. I am here under duress.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes, ma'am. M-E-Y-E-R, not
Please
the person you have
talking,
spelled on this paper.
Mr. Meyer, please stop talking.
Yes.
The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Benjamin Meyer, case number DIB 053809. Is that correct?
What's for the people?
267659. Thank you. Mr. Meyer, you placed your name on the record a number of times at this point. You're here for a contempt hearing today. Mr. Meyer, you owe this court $168. When do you plan to pay it?
I do not plan to pay it because I don't own it. Period. End of discussion.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do, Mr. Meyer, is find you in contempt of court.
And what you're going to do is find yourself in a 1984 federal lawsuit.
All right. Let's do it however you want to do it. You're found in contempt. You need to be here in person.
Absolutely not. I will not be
December
coming to your court for any
Then-
fucking reason.
Excuse me, but do you talk to your brother like that? Sorry for interrupting. I should have let him finish since he's not done making things worse for himself.
bench warrant to issue.
And what you're going to do is find a gunfight and a fight on the side of the fucking road.
All right.
This fine and fee was
Tell
paid
the police
10
that-
years ago
tell
or
the
more.
police that
Now, you
once
can either
before-
fucking listen or we can do this out in front of your court.
Mr.
This
Meyer,
fine was paid 10 years ago. Will not be paid again. You fucking damn near shot me and killed me. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you goddamn lost your fucking minds?
30 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Keep it up. We'll go with more.
And we'll see you hung in front of Washtenaw County Jail.
All right. The threats, I'm going to report that to the Attorney General.
I'm reporting you to the fucking Attorney General. Are you fucking nuts?
Everything you're saying is being recorded.
You are a
and it
goddamn
will be
tyrant.
recorded. All right.
I called the
60
goddamn
days.
fucking attorney's office and you fuckers rejected me. Are you
3
insane?
days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Keep it up.
Oh, you'll find yourself in prison, bitch.
All right.
You think you're a goddamn king? You're a fucking tyrant.
90 days in the Washtenaw County Jail.
Below me, bitch.
All right.
If she plans to visit you, she'll have to go to the jail haze, because that's where you'll be for the next few years. And if you really did pay your fines and fees like you said, you could easily prove it with receipts. All right, now that we've covered that, let's move on to Judge Bruner's courtroom, where we have a sovereign citizen who claims he doesn't have to pay child support because he never signed a contract with the court.
Just to let you know, Mr. Smith, it's the middle of page 1, he does not want to deal with me because he does not have a contract with 4D, with any 4D workers, so he doesn't want really to talk to me. He wouldn't talk about the motion, so I'm going to submit a recommendation that the motion be denied.
Okay.
He's very difficult. I know that you read through all the paperwork. He's he is the individual that was talking about how he has continued to talk about that he's, he has all these constitutional rights, and he's, I don't know, I can't even explain what it is he's trying to get to or what he's trying to talk about. So.
Okay.
So there's not much I can do. He just basically told me that I'm not someone that he's willing to talk to because he doesn't have a contract with me.
He maybe doesn't want to talk with me either, but you can get Sarah. You can bring him in.
I can get him.
That.
Yeah, and I'm in the process of sending you the recommendation that the motion's denied, but I can go and get him, bring him in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The motion of the defendant, Father David Smith Jr., to modify custody and parenting time. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. Present is Sherry Zorn, as well as David Smith Jr. Mr. Smith, it is now 9 o'clock, and you are before Judge Brolick. Good morning.
Sir, I can barely hear you. I was in my vehicle where I could, and fortunately, we're back in front of Title 40 incentivization. If you could give me a second so I can make it back out to my vehicle so I can hear you, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Do you want to zoom back in then?
I'm parked right outside the door. Give me 60 seconds. I had to come back inside because whatever just went on.
Hey, Mr. Smith, your current parenting time is alternating weekends, Friday at 5 till Sunday at 7 with your 2 children. Is that correct?
Yeah, but we work outside of the order. I mean, I got numerous evidence that we do work outside of the order. That was arbitrarily done to maximize the dollar amount pursuant to Title 4D.
Well, that's wonderful that you can both be flexible about parenting time with your work schedules and the children. That's once we work together. I'm just noting that the last order of the court, August 20, 2015. So I do review these files in advance. I review your motions. I review the past orders. I review the history of the case, Mr. Smith.
I appreciate that.
So I'm just noting that the last order, they gave you specific parenting time, alternate weekends, Fridays at 5 to 7 at 7, Sunday at 7. And you could have additional parenting time, but that's what your absolute minimum. Now, in your motion, you're asking for an 80-20 split pursuant to your 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. I don't know if this is not a constitutional issue. It's a state law issue, Mr. Smith. And in order for... first of all, have you talked with Ms. Zorn this morning? Do the two of you have an agreement? Certainly, if you have an agreement, you know what's best for your 2 children.
Sir.
We do not.
Okay. So, is there any merit in talking, Ms. Zorn and Mr. Smith?
I object. I made my kids in private. I'll raise them in private.
Did you just say that you made your kids in private? So you'll raise them in private? What does that even mean? I mean, I'd hope you made them in private and not in public. But since you brought this matter to a public court and didn't make the child alone, what you said doesn't really make sense.
Kids, this is a non-TANF case. Am I presumed to be innocent at this time with all my constitutional rights in full force and effect, sir?
Absolutely, you're innocent, but there's no criminal charges here, so I'm not sure what you're innocent of.
But
Mr. Smith, no one's accusing you of anything. I'm just asking, normally the 2 parents will talk, and maybe they come to their own agreement. But that apparently is not to be possible this morning.
This is a non-TANF case getting treated as a TANF matter. I want split custody, mutual agreement, all Title 40 incentivization cease and desist immediately. I will be sending letters out today to all parties that touch this case negatively, and I'm pursuing charges 42 U.S.C. 1983 and Article 3 corporate deprivation of rights. This is arbitrarily done underneath color law. I do not consent. I have not contracted with Title 4D. I would submit into the court's Blessing versus Freestone, Wehunt versus Ledbetter, sir. I don't presume ignorance on the court behalf today, therefore I'm left to believe something much more sinister is going on here.
Right, Mr. Smith, it's not a constitution, under state law, Michigan law, there must be...
I do not acquiesce to state law, sir. I operate on federal law only. This is impeding my rights. I am going to transfer it to Article 3 court and pursue. I'm going to file an emergency injunction if I can't even make my bill. Due process has been violated. Fair Creditors Act of 1970, you guys are taking well over half of my check. I can't even make my bill. This forces me into my 13th Amendment, which is enslavement. Pursuant to no lawful money, this is a bill of paying penalty underneath Article 1, Section 16 of the Constitution, sir. I do not consent. I do not consent. I have not consented.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you did agree to having a baby. And since there's another person involved, your lack of consent now is noted, but it doesn't really change anything.
Your position is duly noted for the record, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith,
Thank you.
under Michigan law, which this court is bound to follow, there must be a change of circumstances that would support a modification of custody and parenting time. In your motion, you've not alleged any change of circumstances that would warrant a review of custody and parenting time. So with all due respect, the court at this time will deny your motion to change custody and or parenting time.
I have the right to my privacy. I can't even make my bills with what you guys have done here today. I can't, honestly, I have proof. I would like to submit into the court Exhibit A if there is no objection. I have a pay stub right here. I work 58 hours a week at $30 an hour. I come home with less than $300. I can't even make my bills.
That's an issue of child support, Mr. Smith. You're asking to modify custody and parenting time today.
I am not here. I'm here
modify
to
support to file such a motion.
4D. Sir, do you have a contract in dispute with me? I'm asking the court, Ms. Zorn, to place into the court all evidence she has parted on my contract. If not, I motion to dismiss with prejudice, failure to state a cause of action. This goes against my Constitution, sir. Yeah, I understand Michigan law, but it must be in compliance with the Constitution. This has violated me as a man numerous times, and now I can't even make my bills. I'm asking you to give me 50-50 split of my kids. I made them in private. I will raise them in private. There is no need in dispute, nor has there ever been. You know what, sir, underneath Article 1, Section 13, Paragraph 5, I want to face my accuser. If we could please swear Ms. Zorn in so I could face my accuser here today, sir, I would appreciate it.
I think we'd all appreciate it if you went back to whatever constitutional law school you attended and got a clearer understanding of what it means to face your accuser. That only applies in criminal cases, not civil cases like child support.
All right, so Mr. Smith, perhaps you should consult a constitutional lawyer. This matter is guided by state law. The court has made a decision. There's no change of circumstances that would warrant a change of custody and parenting time. The court will not argue over you, Mr. Smith. So that will conclude, sir. You can zoom out.
Predetermination of this case.
An order will be entered. All right, Mr. Smith,
do you have a predetermination of this case, sir?
A big thank you to Enemy of the State TV for sharing this video with me. If you want to watch the full video without interruptions, there's a link in the description. Now, let's move on to our final segment. It's not exactly a follow-up to a previous sovereign citizen case I covered, but more of a continuation. The sovereign citizen in this video was previously found responsible for driving infraction. Since he wasn't happy with the outcome of the informal hearing, he paid the bond and is now having a formal hearing.